life coach. Hi guys, I'm Ruchita. I'm a psychologist. Hi guys,
Welcome to our podcast.
talking psychology with MindRush,
And today's topic is
dream psychology and interpretation of dreams. Yay! Okay, so Ushma, tell me, what are the most common dreams that you experience? Like, there are always certain dreams that we frequently have. Is that is it like that for you? Like, ऐसा कभी हुआ है?
so now to think about it, it so happens ki, my dreams, like obviously like we come across a lot many dreams in our lifetime. But when I look upon it, I can actually categorize them into, some major themes. So one of the dreams that I have as I come across, it is, deja vu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is my
So
favorite. Direct.
my favorite.
Seriously.
Okay, but it so happens कि मतलब deja vu is actually a feeling of familiarity that you get. But in my case, obviously वो familiarity वाला feeling भी मतलब I have come across that. But it has happened with me in dreams also. So if I give you a recent example, recently when I joined my last job, not recently, like a year back, but after like 4 or 5 months of joining the job, so I was actually working during that time in the office only. So what happened is like I was working on my PC and I was doing some daily tasks and all that. And at that moment, I came across a feeling of as a familiarity. I have as I experienced this, the same thing, the same desk, the same PC, the same task that I was doing. And then I recollected that, actually I have experienced that in my dream. So a year back, I had a dream in which it was the similar thing, the desk, the laptop, the task I was doing. So that one common theme that, I have come across in my dream. So this is the one I'm able to recollect as like a lot of times it has happened. But this is the example that, I can recollect right now.
Okay, so you're saying that you experience familiarity, matlab, you experience deja vu, but you are saying that you also remember a dream of that kind. Not necessarily you were in a same situation actually, but it was a dream.
Yeah, so deja vu is that it is a feeling of familiarity. So that also I have come across. But in case of dreams also I have come across deja vu.
I have never, or I might have, but I have not noticed maybe.
Okay, I thought that.
For like deja vu, I have experienced many times, and it is often, in the similar places or similar situations. So it just makes sense ki maybe it is just that I'm going to that place every day. So that is why. But as I was saying that I enjoy it. So ऐसा मजा आता है. I feel like oh wow, मतलब ऐसा whenever I
Feeling is like really some outer worldly experience kind of thing.
yes.
Yeah.
So basically, there was something that I read ki, in psychology, they define deja vu as an imagined memory before. Matlab, samajh, in the past, you were imagining something, and in the present, it has occurred. So you have the memory of you imagining something. So that's why.
Yeah, so deja vu actually has a lot many interpretations. So some people say that it is a past life experience that you are re-experiencing. So that is one explanation, not explanation, but one speculation of deja vu, why it happens. Another is familiarity. You just feel, intuition. It is it might be related to intuition or something like that. And in my case, I have also experienced with dreams.
But it is so fascinating ki, that just a feeling of familiarity, it need not be told to you. So your body is telling you that this feeling is different. Just that part. Like you feel a deja vu. Like, okay, oh, okay, wait, this is a deja vu. So basically your body is trying to tell you there's a switch, ki this part is going to be a deja vu. So that is very fascinating for me. See, familiarity, matlab, it can also be na ki I go to my college every day, so I'm familiar with that place. Right? But the feeling ऐसा switch होता है कि okay, so this is going to be a deja vu. So that is very fascinating for me. Like,
yeah. So it might have as a kind of, I don't know, I believe in spirituality and universe and all of that. So it might have a higher purpose, kind of something. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was one. Is there any other?
Yeah. So another is where so I don't know how to explain it. So a person or a situation has manifested itself in a dream. So so a person that maybe I am frequently thinking about, or a situation that is bothering me. So that is that has manifested itself in my dream. So for example, recently sometime back, I learned something about my friend. So she kind of a secret type thing. So she hadn't told me that. I had come across that information from someone else. But I know that eventually she will tell me whenever she meets me. So in my dream, I had a dream that, she's calling me up and she's like, okay, let's meet up. I want to tell you something and all of that. And after a week or so, actually that thing happened. Not exactly like she told me or something, but she came to meet me. And during that time, she told me that whatever she wanted to tell me. So, so a thing that you are thinking about, it manifests itself in the dream. So when I was researching about it, actually it is called dream rebound effect. So a thought that you have in your mind that is kind of bothering you or something like that, it manifests itself in the dream because you're constantly thinking about it. So many times a similar person also comes into your dream, whatever situation you are going through with them. So they also come in your dream with that situation. So because it is bothering you, you're constantly thinking about it. Unconsciously, it is affecting you. Obviously, consciously also because you are aware about it. Unconsciously also, and that is why it comes, in your dream.
Okay. So,
you come across, yeah, you were saying something.
so I mean, recently, like not recently, but when I was in a relationship quite a long back, at that time, like this is a personal story that I'd like to share. That that relationship was a little unstable, and in that relationship we were actually afraid of acceptance of the relationship from the parents side. So
Okay.
I used to, I don't know. I used to always get this dream, and it was so frequent. Uh, I mean, it was frequent, but it was always the similar kind, where I used to dream about, like the doubt that I had of the acceptance of this relationship, that used to just get solved in that dream. And
Okay.
so there matlab, for example, whatever that phase was there, that I was concerned whether it will happen or not, and in my dream, no, it used to happen, like the acceptance would happen very. Okay. So that was one thing, that used to happen to me very frequently. I did not tell about this to the then partner, but it used to always happen. And I used to wonder, like, is this like a suppressed need, like a want, like, which is obvious, no? That is what I was concerned about, and that is what I wanted to happen. and that used to get manifested in my dream, and it used to be so frequent that I used to remember it. But in my dream, no, it used to be different situations, but the main storyline of the dream would be ki it has been accepted very easily. And then when I used to wake up, and I used to be like, I don't know what this is like.
So actually, it resonates with Sigmund Freud's theory.
Right.
So, he had a theory of wish fulfillment. So basically, the dream that you are having, that is your wish fulfillment, because I actually read about it, but then I didn't think it is actually true. But when you say this example, it kind of resonates with that.
Yeah.
So whatever you have inside of you, so that is written, manifested in the dream, and that is actually happening in your dream. The wish is written fulfilled in your dream. So that is what.
Exactly. When I used to also think about this, like whenever I used to wake up and remember this dream, no, and also when we thought of doing the topic of this podcast to be dreams, then I thought like, what are my frequent dreams and all, and I was like, okay, Mr. Sigmund Freud might have been somewhere right, that this is a suppressed want or need which is getting manifested in my dream. It's like, whoa, maybe.
In case of dreams, I never thought that Sigmund Freud's theory would actually, resonate, and that would actually be true. It was stuffy fucked up.
But I don't know, it is like unbelievable, his certain things that he has said. But somewhere you come across it, and I was like, and it is like, okay, maybe he was right, or actually he was in many in many of the things that he has said. But
so the unconscious mind and all of that, so unconscious mind and all of that, all those theories are quite good and quite meaningful, but obviously some other parts, they are not so we can have a separate topic on
Freud can be a whole another podcast. Yeah.
Have you come across like some common dream things in your life?
Yes. So this one was one of it that I told you that used to come very frequently. So that was one, and the other is when I was in school and college, during that time, this used to happen quite often. There's something called as like Hypnic Jerk. You know about this? So it is kind of a dream about falling. So so what used to happen is कि dream में I'm walking or climbing staircase, something like that, and it used to be a very small dream, because whenever I used to wake up and remember, I used to remember only that part. So say I'm walking, and suddenly my leg just slips. So say I'm walking on the edge of a road and there's a gutter besides, so my leg will just slip, and I'll be like this, and so my leg also moves at that time, actual wala. Okay, haven't you experienced this before, like ever?
Like in my childhood, like not recently. So in my childhood, I had come across dreams of falling. So actually, I was reading about it sometime back. So, so this kind of dreams, they are actually symbolic in nature. So they have some kind of latent meaning. So they have some kind of meaning. So dream of falling, the meaning it has is that, that maybe you're failing in some area of your life, and you need to rethink your choices, and you need to take a new direction in your life. So that is why the fallen, you're just at something, and you need to rethink the whole situation and rethink the choice. So that is what the dream researchers, they have to say about this kind of dream. So
so this interpretation is from Freud only, no? These are interpretations from Freud, no?
No. This is so actually Freud gave this concept of latent meaning of a dream, which I will tell you about later.
Okay.
But the dream researchers, they have come up with this meaning. Okay, so this type of dream theme will have this kind of meaning.
Okay. So, like what used to happen is like I'm sleeping and my leg would just twitch. Okay, and I think I remember I had told this to my mom, and this is actually another one of my favorite things that happened at that time also. Now I'm not experiencing it much, but at that time I remember I used to try to manifest this dream because I used to like it.
Oh,
and
okay.
and my mom had said that I don't know, I think it was just a random explanation that she gave to me because I was
Hmm.
maybe bothering her asking ki how what does it mean karke. So she had just told
Right.
me that when you sleep very straight in one line without any leg going here or there, that time it is very likely to happen. I was like, okay. So which was not true, I'm pretty sure, but I used to
Hmm.
test that. So I would purposely sleep very straight and I would see if that happens. So
Hmm.
what, I don't know if that would happen or not, but then I used to do that and it would happen. Like I used to get that dream. And so this is called as an hypnic jerk. So what happens here actually, so I'm not very sure if the dream about falling and this hypnic jerk thing is same or not, but I think
Hmm.
it is almost kind of connected or related. ठीक है, it
Uh,
just overlapping
yeah.
थोड़ा सा. So what
Hmm.
this hypnic jerk is, when you are sleeping, like when you are like just falling asleep, and your body starts to slowly relax, right? Your muscles
Hmm.
will relax, and what happens is over a period of 1.5 hour, this happens actually. Okay,
Okay.
when you just fall asleep, your body slowly relaxes, and this happens over a 1.5 hour of period. But if this happens very quickly, if your body starts relaxing very quickly, then your body starts feeling that it is dying.
Okay.
And this is your body's way of telling you that you are not dying, so it gives a jerk to one of your limbs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually have kind of experienced the hypnic jerk type. So the dream of fallen I used to experience in my childhood, but the hypnic jerk that you're talking about, that I experienced quite a lot. So I don't think that they might be as entirely related. But in your case, it is like followed by so the dream of fallen, it is followed by the hypnotizer. But not all the times it might be related because that kind of dream
Yeah.
moment in the dream I have experienced of the jerk. So that is quite weird. I don't know. That was like quite weird. So one more common dream thing that I have experienced is, what happens is like when you are dreaming. So obviously the unconscious thought is going on in your mind. So what used to happen is during my 10th standard, so obviously like we used to study a lot and all of that. And the most thing I used to practice is maths. Because
Okay.
that was one of my favorite subjects also, maths and science. And I actually really liked as a solving the problems, specifically trigonometry. So in Trello, what used to happen is like, I don't know why I used to love that, but obviously I never understood like where should I apply it in my life. So obviously in architecture and all it is applied, but I don't know. I just liked practice in that. So we used to have, I think LHS is equal to RHS, not exactly, but obviously. So they used to give a problem, we had to solve that. So, you had to make a lot of trial and error in that in Trello. So I used to obviously practice a lot, and after a point, I used to give up if suppose some problem, I'm not able to solve, and then obviously like late night we used to study and all that. So after that, I used to go to sleep, and what used to happen is that in my dream, I used to come across some kind of problem solving in case of maths. So the next day, I used to wake up in the morning, and I used to open my books first in the morning and solve that problem. And actually it happens. I was able to solve that problem. And my mom used to be like, what are you doing? Okay, like you're waking up in the morning and you're just opening the books and starting to study and all of that. So that is one thing that grows in the dream. So the thing that you're thinking about, the problem solving, it happens a lot in your dream. So if you're having some creative problem or some kind of problem in case of what area or whatever, so the unconscious thought is going on in your mind. So the brain comes up with different kinds of solutions and all of that. So that is also one thing that I've come across in my dreams. Yeah.
I mean, that is, I did not know that we had powers of solving problems in our dreams. That is like kind of.
Not exactly. So it is not like every time I used to get the right kind of solution, but obviously the unconscious thought goes on in our mind. So we are trial and error in our dreams itself. So that is what.
Right. So actually there are a lot of theories that say ki what does your dreams actually mean. So see, about dreams. So what are dreams and why it happens or when does it happen? So to just define it in very simple terms, these are just like series of images, thoughts and sensations that occur when you are sleeping. So all these things also happen when we are awake, but when these things happen when we are asleep, that is basically a dream. Okay. And talking about when this happens, so as I was telling you about the hypnic jerk, and I told you we slowly, our body rests and falls asleep over a period of 1.5 hours. So our sleep now is actually divided into 2 phases. So talking about it in very short, so one is a non-REM sleep and one is a REM sleep. So these are the 2 phases. So REM is rapid eye movement sleep. Okay. So and the dreams usually occur in the REM part of the sleep. That is the rapid eye movement sleep. And rapid eye movement sleep, whenever there is a rapid eye movement sleep, you're in that phase, that time there are high chances of you having a vivid dream. Okay, like a full blown as a proper dream. Okay. In the first phase, so like your sleep starts with the non-REM part and then it goes to the REM part. So until you reach the REM part, it is around 1.5 hours. So when you are just falling asleep now, that is your non-REM part. Over a period of 1.5 hours, the REM part starts, and that is when you have a vivid dream. Okay. And at this time now, the brain's resistance, there's low resistance to muscle movement, and there is high chances of vivid dreaming, jaise maine teko bola abhi. Okay. And in the REM part now, the brain is actually very active. Okay. So it is like that. And so brain is active, you are having all these images and everything, and there is low resistance to your muscles, like motor movement. Low resistance to the movement of the muscles. So but what actually keeps us from acting out our dreams is a amino acid called as glycine. So when you are sleeping now, glycine actually gets secreted, and this helps us in not acting out our dreams. But actually, I have also heard so many cases of people acting out their dreams. I remember one of my friend had told me that her brother, he would fully act out his dreams. Like once they were all sleeping, and this guy in the middle of the night, he's woken up and he's driving and he's talking. He's like brrr, and all of that stuff. So I am considering that the glycine part must have not been, very active in his case, which has made him act out his dreams like that. So, and when you're dreaming in this REM part, like you're having a dream in this REM part and someone comes and wakes you up at that time. So there are higher chances of you remembering the dream.
Okay.
So do
So
you as a very like easily or often remember your dreams?
not quite a lot. So there used to be phases during which, so I don't know, like in my life, it has happened that there is a phase in which I don't dream at all. Then there is a phase in which I literally dream every day. So, and there is a phase in which I literally dream every day, but then I'm not able to remember the dream. And there is a phase where I am able to remember. So I don't know what is up. Yeah, but yeah. So recently it is happening so that I am dreaming not quite a lot, but often, and I'm able to remember the dream.
Okay. So with me, it is how, you know, with me, it is like sometimes just when I wake up, I remember the dream. So I am considering I wake up in my REM part. And sometimes it happens that usually I remember, I later remember my dreams in the later part of the day, from morning to afternoon. So it doesn't happen usually in the evening, but something, if someone just says something, or you know, or I come across some situation which is similar to what I have dreamt the last night, then I am remembered of it. Oh, I was dreaming about this, and that is also I just love. I'm like, wow. And then the whole dream just, you know, last night ka jo bhi dream tha, it just replays in my head very quickly in a fraction of, you know, 2-3 seconds. And then and if it is great, then you relive it, and if it is not, then I'm like, yo, okay, let's not think about it. Like
Yeah,
that.
same thing in my case. So I was talking about a person or a situation manifesting itself in the dream, right? So that is what has been happening with me lately. So the whatever situation or whatever thing that with a person I'm going through with, so that is manifesting in the dream. So I'm able to recollect the dream. So that is it.
Yeah.
But like these dreams, they have a real purpose or something like that. Like, do they have a deeper meaning? So obviously, like dream interpreters, they come up with different meanings of the dream. But in general, do you think like
My personal opinion, you know, there are so many theories that I've read now that it is a little blurry for me, that I cannot come to one conclusion. Okay, this is what I believe, that they have meanings or no. Okay? But I believe what Freud says. I also believe certain scientific theories that there are out there about dreams. So actually, dream interpretation, it is not like people. It is not like people are interested since recent times in interpreting dreams. This is happening since a long time. So as I was reading, what I read was in the Mesopotamian civilization, which was 5,000 years ago. There was that was the earliest recorded dream, and they used to record these dreams on clay pads, like clay tablets, kind of. We can just consider it as a slate. And I don't know, I mean, I think these were found, and so that's how they used to. So Abhi, I think there are, like how now we practice, journaling and stuff. So like, it is happening since 5,000 years. So people have been curious about interpreting dreams since then. And this was Mesopotamian civilization. Other than this, there was Greek and Roman civilization. In that, what people used to believe is that there are gods and deities, like whatever dreams you have now, these are put into you by gods and deities, and they are trying to give you some message. Okay. And or your close relatives, dead relatives from the past, are coming in your dreams and trying to give you a message, or like they're trying to predict your future. That is what they believe.
So kind of actually also made sense, because like, currently there is a lot of research that is going on, and we know, okay, there is REM sleep and non-REM sleep. And in REM sleep, it is most frequent that you come across dreams and etc. So, but earlier they didn't used to have this kind of researches or something like that. So obviously it is something, as you said, that dreams for you, it is something a really broad experience, and you want to dream. Yeah, so for them also it might be something novel kind of thing, a novelty. So they might be interpreting it as a message from up above, or from the deceased people, or something like that. So kind of also makes sense.
So guys, that was it from our side.
Hope you liked the podcast.
And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, that is Talking Psychology with MindRush.